Hey guys, I'm here on the top of Mountain Coolum, and I will read for you one of the versions of the story of this mount in the Aboriginal tradition. Coolum and Marochi. Coolum is the name of the mount. The legend of Mount Coolum and the Marochi River. Marochi River is that river. I think you can see it. Marochi. Well, many years ago, in the dream time, a beautiful Aboriginal girl who was named Marochi was loved by another of her tribe, Coolum, a young warrior whose union to Marochi had the approval of the elders. One day, a mighty warrior named Nindari, and that mountain there is Nindari, who belonged to a fierce and warlike tribe, stole Marochi while Coolum was out hunting. When Coolum returned and found that Marochi had been abducted, he set off in her pursuit, following their tracks. He caught up with Nindari and he kept captive Marochi before sundown. Fearing to demand Marochi's return from such a fierce warrior, as custom decreed, Coolum decided to use a trick. During the night, he crept up to the camp where Nindari lay sleeping, and quietly freeing Marochi from her bonds, they fled back to their own tribe's territory on the coast. When the sun rose the next morning, Nindari woke to discover Marochi had escaped. And Nindari flew into a mighty rage, incensed all the more when he found the tracks that Coolum had left as he aided Marochi's escape. Nindari immediately set out after the young lovers, Coolum and Marochi. When Nindari caught sight of them, he threw a huge nulla, a club, at Coolum. The nulla knocked off Coolum's head, which rolled in the sea and became Mujimba Island. Mujimba Island is in another side. I'll show for you. I think I can show now. Mujimba Island is there. That island, I think you can see it there. Mujimba Island. Coolum's headless body turned into stone and became Mount Coolum, this mount. Behold, the spirit god had been watching these events from the sky and was deeply incensed by Nindari's full deed, and struck down Nindari and turned him into stone, and he became Nindari Crest. Is that mountain there? After all, Coolum and Marochi union had the sanction of the elders and should have been respected. Filled with sorrow at the loss of her beloved Coolum, Marochi fled to the Black Call Rangers, where she wept so much that her tears flowed down the mountain range and became Marochi River. Eventually, Marochi decided she wanted to find Coolum's spirit that had gone out of his body, and so that she could search for it, she changed herself into a swan. She still goes up and down the river and flies to swamps and lakes in her search, and so do her children and their children, and so on. That's the story. Sad, right? But that's it. Mount Nindari River, Marochi River, Coolum, and island there. That's the story, Aboriginal story. That's what we can learn from it.